Greetings, esteemed collectors and appreciators of posable plastic. It's your brother King Ape back again with another action figure discussion. And this evening, we will be taking a look at Neca Toys Gargoyles Ultimates David Xanatos. As you guys can see, I have the box up on the pedestal spinning around so you can get a look at all of the sides and the box art. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off so we can get a closer look. I hope everybody's doing well today. And I was really looking forward to getting this figure. I just ordered it last week on Amok Times, and you might be able to still pick it up on their website. Let's see, let me give you there's the barcode if you guys want to try to get it in one of your local stores. Might be at a comic book shop, or you might just find it at one of the retailers. So when we take a look, we can see the excellent art. They have recreated David Xanatos to the T, how he looked on the animated show Gargoyles. Once again, you have the window packaging, which is very nice. There's a nice, not quite 8x10 glossy, but there's David Xanatos looking like a boss billionaire that he is. On the back, some of the characters that have already been released. I think the only one that they haven't come out with yet is Lexington. Hopefully we'll get him soon. There's some other pictures of David Xanatos with some of the accessories he comes with. And I just want to get into it. Also, I want to just point out something for you guys. Some Easter eggs, if you may. So one of the things that stood out when I got this in the mail was that there is there's definitely a mistake on this box. If you guys notice, it says up here on the right hand corner, includes Brooklyn's closed wings. Actually, Elisa Maza came with Brooklyn's closed wings. This should actually say includes Damona's closed wings, because he comes with Damona's wings. So that was a little mess up right there. But anyway, if you look here on the box, you can see some of the characters on this hologram chessboard of basically some of the characters from the show. Some of these have already been released in action figure form, like Elisa, Damona, of course Goliath, and I believe this is Brooklyn, and even the Steel Clan robot, which is right here. But if you look right here, you can see this is Macbeth, this is Hunter, but I don't know which version of Hunter this is, because through time you had different family members who represented Hunter. So you have Duncan, I believe, who was the original Hunter, and then the Canmore family. There are different members of that family who had took on the Hunter persona. And then we have Cold Stone. So they've already announced that he's going to be a figure that they're going to release sometime in the near future. But I'm wondering if these two figures are next on the horizon, and if this is just a little clue right here on this box art that tells us that's what they're working on next. I just thought that was really interesting. Thought I would share that with you guys. Okay, so let's get Mr. Xanatos out of the plastic solitude. I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate you as usual for coming through. There he is right there. I don't want to keep you guys too long. There's the wings for Demona. We'll get that set up here in a minute. I've recently gone back to watch some of the episodes of Gargoyles. Like I've said before in some other videos, really well done show. The writing was really well done, really well for its time. The animation was pretty good. If you haven't checked it out, or if you have and you haven't seen it in a while, I recommend you go back and check it out. It's definitely one of the better animated series from the 90s. Okay, so let's, I like to, we'll put him on the pedestal, have him spin around while we take a look at everything that he comes with. First thing we'll look at is the head portrait. We'll do the head portrait, right? We'll take a look at that. Let's see. There it is. Teeth gritting. Comes with the neck portion. And if I'm not mistaken, this same head comes with the David Xanatos in the Steel Clan armor. His version of that armor. And I'll be doing a discussion on him. I will do him and one of the Steel Clan robots as well. But nice head portrait. Not really much of a wash in the hair or anything. I don't think the ponytail is posable, but it's kind of maybe a separate piece right there. Soft plastic. And laser rifle. If you watch the show, he's quite fond of using one of these. So that's pretty neat. Comes with the blast effect as another accessory. I believe this is the same blast effect that comes with Thalog. And his no, I'm wrong, because that was a flare. But this, I've seen this before. I actually think this might have came with one of the Defender of the Earth figures, with which includes, that's the wave of series of figures that includes Flash Gordon, the Phantom, and Ming the Merciless. But I believe this blast effect comes with Flash Gordon, if I'm not mistaken. Because the one that comes with Thalog has the flare projectile coming out of the end of it, I believe. So that's how it looks plugged in. As usual, he comes, the standard set of hands. So you have a right trigger hand, a left gripping hand. Both, I believe, are horizontal hinges. Yeah, horizontal. You have a right gripping hand, almost like a thumbs up, but it's designed to hold something. And you have an open palm left hand, which both of these are horizontal hinges. He comes with, hold on. He comes with a, let me get something that can hold this better so you guys can see. He comes with a floppy disk. You know, he always has information. And one of the really cool accessories is that he comes with the Eye of Odin. And if you watched any of the episodes, you know this is a necklace that came from Avalon, and it's on the episode Eye of the Beholder. This necklace played an intricate part in Fox. She was from the pack, but her and Xanatos end up becoming love interests, and they get married. But she goes through a transformation, and this Eye of Odin necklace has a lot to do with it. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet. But this is a cool accessory that also comes with. And now we'll take a look at David Xanatos. Okay. Let me adjust the light here. So this is the head portrait that he comes with, that comes already on the body. Kind of a more serious, kind of a sneering look. You can see the one eyebrow raised. Suit details. He comes with 2 fists as well. That's how he looks from the back. Just a replication of how he looked on the show. I think they did a pretty good job of capturing his look. And let's do a quick measurement for you guys. He comes in at about 6 1/4, his height. So like I said, it seems like the human characters are a lot smaller. And I was curious, I was wondering if this Gargoyles Ultimate series, if they were, what scale they are. I believe it's 1/12 scale. So let's get into the range of motion. Let's start here. The feet. While you look at some of the details, it's just a kind of a matte black. He does have toe articulation. Not much by the way of a detail on the bottom of his feet. Just your, basic holes to peg into a stand. That's what I was trying to say. You get some ankle pivot. Single hinge at the knee. You get a little rotation though. Let's see. Yes, you get rotation at the knee. Single bend, so you 45-degree. His legs can split about that far. I don't want to push. That's about as far as I want to push them. They come forward about that much. They go back about that much. Minimal thigh swivel. There is some, not a whole lot. Torso, not much in the way of articulation. You get the swivel at the waist, but he's definitely not eating ab crunch cereal at all. No, a minimal amount of ab crunch, not really a bending back as well. He has a weird articulation point here at the arm. It's pinless, but the design is kind of interesting. But that's the range right there that he gets with his arm. There's no bicep swivel, but his arms come up about that high. There's no butterfly. At the elbow, like I said, he has the double hinge, and he can swivel at the elbow. So that's how you be able to turn his arms inward, since he doesn't have a bicep swivel. Rotates around at the shoulder. You know, there's a little bit of detail. Well, not really a lot of detail with his jacket either. It's just really kind of a matte finish, really muted colors. There's a little paint detail on the belt buckle, and when you look on the back, if you look on the back side, I guess the belt is, it's kind of a grayish color. So a gray belt with a silver buckle onto the head. He can look up about that much. Looks down pretty good. You can spin it all the way around. Exorcist styly. So he has pretty good head range. Just can't look up that all that much. And the ponytail is pliable enough, soft enough, where you should be able to get him to look up more, but it just kind of pops back into place. So that's that. So what we'll do now is we'll switch out head portraits. So looks like it just pulls off all together with the neck as well. And then you can stick the other head portrait on. I didn't get that pop. I was waiting for that pop. And there's the one where he's kind of gritting his teeth. Okay, I popped that hand out, and we'll put the blaster in. And these hands are very soft plastic, so you shouldn't have any issues getting the accessories in his hands. See, he holds that fairly well. Be careful though, not to just leave it in in that position because he might have, I mean, and it might just kind of, I don't know, it could possibly warp the hand over time. But let's see here. That hand is more for gripping the laser rifle. And then you just come right here, place the blast effect in. Boom. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. For a dynamic pose, if you have them up on a stand, that'll work. I'm not going to do all the hand swaps. I just want to kind of always just like to do at least one set. But I will do the one hand that has the smaller opening where it looks like it's thumbs up, because that's the hand that more than likely you can put the Eye of Odin necklace in. And it appears to be a small little, I don't think that's metal, but there on the ends here, there's some, it looks like it hooks into this part, so this can kind of move back and forth. So you don't have to worry about that. Well, you still want to be careful, but it's cool that they designed it that way, so these sections can move back and forth, so you don't have to worry about breakage. But I would still be very careful. Neca, their plastic can sometimes be a little bit brittle. So, and if you want them to hold the floppy disk, he can do that. And if you happen to have an old school computer, say like this one from Jurassic Park, I believe this comes with the Samuel L. Jackson character. He comes with this. So you can get that figure on Amazon for about $15. But it's a nice little accessory piece to have with this figure. So I'm probably going to try to get a little custom desk or something. And then, you can have him standing in front with his floppy disk. So that's a nice little addition, for doing a display. So I just figured I would show you guys that. Okay, now the last thing I want to, well, this is what I want to do before we get into sizes, is I want to take those wings. I don't think, did I show you guys the wings? All right, here's the wings. And we've seen relaxed wings with some of the other characters. Nice scaly material, has a wash over this. It's kind of like like a sheen, a bluish sheen over this black gray. And then it's inside, you have the kind of a purple eggplant color. There's some detail here. And then we'll take Demona here. Her and Xanatos have a complicated relationship if you watch the show. And just like with the other ones, you just plug it in on the back here, the wings, relaxed wings. That one doesn't want to plug. Oh, there it finally went. Okay. So there's that. Then we just take Miss Damona's head and plug it back in. There's the pop. And there she is with her relaxed wings. Now, one thing I will say is I do wish that her wings draped down a little bit more. I mean, I guess you could probably use some heat or, hot water to to get them to come down a little bit more. I might try to do that. But it's nice that they included her wings, and I hope they continue this trend. So let's do some size comparisons. So we have Demona right there. We'll do Elisa Maza, who's a lot shorter. We'll do Brooklyn. Let's just do everybody who has relaxed wings. And then we'll do Goliath. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to try to get them all in frame. This is not easy. David Xanatos is the focal point, so but that's how he looks, and then we'll get Bronx in here. Just for size, And I didn't do this on the last video with Elisa, but I always like to do the side profile of scaling. So we'll go right here. So we can see how everybody looks from the side view. Demona has some height on her. And you guys let me know what you think, if they scale pretty well to you. So that's the side view of how they scale. And let me take everybody else out the frame. And if you guys also want to, I'll leave them here with Elisa. If you come across, there's always little different accessories you can find. Like I have this briefcase, so you can always use a briefcase. Find a briefcase from some other toy line, or just look on eBay or Mercari. Man, they always have something as far as accessories for action figures. And so you can kind of have them with a briefcase if you want. I'll take Elisa out. This is how he scales with a Marvel Legends. This is Hank Pym from the West Coast Avengers set. So he's a little bit taller than him. And this is him next to my custom McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Clark Kent, just so you guys can see how he scales with some other figures from other lines. Yeah, so that's that. And Yep, that's pretty much it. I think he's a great figure. I think he's an excellent addition to the Gargoyle Ultimates line, and you can have a lot of fun doing different display. You have different display options. You can have a lot of fun setting him up on your shelf with the figures. And like I said, I hope they, continue to put out some really cool characters from the animated series. There's so many great characters that were on that show. And that will wrap it up. That will do it for this session. And please, you guys, tap the like button and subscribe. I'm coming out with content all the time. Tap the bell notification so you can know when I'm dropping a new vid, and leave a comment. And I just appreciate you guys coming through, checking out another action figure discussion with your brother King Ape. So until next time, I wish you all love, peace, and plasticness.